Hello everyone and welcome on back to yet another episode. Today I am with what's your name again?
I don't have a name.
Okay. I'm here with Nameless over here, and so as you guys know, I've been wanting to do a review of every single Star Wars movie, of the episodes, like of the Skywalker saga, 1 through 9, and review them based on two categories. The first category is how entertaining they are, in terms of how much should I get bored, how much should I want to turn it off, and stuff like that.
How much should I get bored?
Second category...
I want movies to bore me.
The second category will be more along the lines of how was it in terms of an actual movie. And what I mean by that is the dialogue good, is the pacing good, is is the story itself okay. Now, you might be thinking, well, I mean, if it has bad pacing and it's not a good written movie, then how can it, why would it be entertaining? Have you ever watched The Room? That's my question. That's my question to that. We're gonna get right into this one, which is Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
So I put watching this movie off for as long as I possibly could, and it was an experience. There was a lot of issues with it. Obviously, it's the weakest of the prequels. But I mean, there's some good stuff too. It's not all bad. Like when, in the beginning, when Obi-Wan, he's in the airspeeder. You know, that big old fight scene over Coruscant.
Oh, the one with the worm.
Yeah. Mm. He's driving the thing. Anakin is after Zam Wesell. And he loses his lightsaber. Obi-Wan catches it out of the air like he's Jerry Rice, and he just casually sets it back down. Okay, so the number one thing I want to talk about in this film is just the fact that it's so dang boring. It is. In terms of an actual movie, Attack of the Clones is better written and directed than Episode 1. Yeah. The problem is, you just can't watch it. It's so okay. The pacing is entirely screwed up. Yeah. What should have happened is, at the very beginning of the film, they show Padme's, her bodyguard or whatever, getting blown up. It should have cut from that to the thing about, when Anakin is talking about when they're trying to protect Padme. Yeah. When she gets there, and instead of the worm, instead of the bounty hunter shooting, or instead of Fett sending a bounty hunter that sends a droid that sends worms to kill her, I should have just that's way too much. That's stupid. What should have happened is it should have just been Fett called the other bounty hunter who goes and tries to kill Padme herself, or the shapeshifter itself, whatever. And then Fett just goes after.
Right. And then that way, either A, you get Fett earlier on in the movie, or B, you get to see an actual fight scene rather than just them chasing a random droid. The other part is that the first part of the movie is actually not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's watchable. But then when you get to that middle, when it's Anakin and Padme mostly just in that in that time throughout the entire middle portion of the movie, and when Obi-Wan is off on that what is that planet called when he's trying to find
Camino.
Yeah, when he's off, that entire chunk of the movie is just really, really boring. There's not a whole lot that happens there. We get to see more of Anakin whining, so yay if you like that for some reason. I don't know, there's just not a whole lot of, substance there. Now, the other thing I have to say about this movie is that the acting is the worst of the prequels for some reason. I don't know what happened. Everyone doesn't like Hayden Christensen. I get that. This movie, he is worse than he is in Episode 3. I will give you that. He doesn't really... There's nothing to like about his performance. But that's really kind of true of everyone. Padme does absolutely nothing throughout the entire movie. Ewan McGregor has to act against a CGI creature that isn't even there for half the movie. And then when he does get to interact with a human being, it's either Anakin Skywalker, another CG character, or he has to act about Jango Fett, who is just the worst character in Star Wars has ever made. Now, the thing I will say about this movie that is a positive, A, even though Padme doesn't really do a whole lot, I still like her performance. Natalie Portman. She still does more than she does in the third movie, and I think they should have focused on her more. But even with that being said, the ending of this movie might be the best ending of the entire trilogy. The third movie
dies.
The third movie does have a really good ending. I won't I won't say that it's not, but it's a little too long. This movie feels I don't know, it just feels like grander and feels like kind of the exact right length, and there's more to do in this last action sequence. So I do like that. I will say the final fight with Dooku is kind of cool.
Yeah.
A little bit, but also
it has good moments, but it's not really as good as the other.
Yeah, like I think it might be the weakest lightsaber fight, just because the actor was so old and like it just looks unnatural, and that really like the beginning part of the fight when it's just like a completely dark room and they're just like swinging lightsabers that don't hit each other. That's like really dumb. It doesn't need to be there. The problem with this movie really is at the end of the day, it's too boring to watch. On an actual movie scale, I think I'm going to give it maybe like a 6 out of 10. It's not the worst one, I don't think, in terms of its actual like idea. The idea is there. There are things that are there. They just don't quite live up to what I think they wanted it to be, and it's kind of a little bit rushed. But on the entertainment scale, on the other hand, that's when I have a problem with this movie. It's just a little too boring, a little too slow in some spots, and honestly, I would way rather watch episode 4 than this one. And you know how I feel about episode 4. On the entertainment scale, I'm gonna give this one like a 2 out of 10. It's really, really boring. I could barely sit through it to watch this before the review. And honestly, I probably will never watch it again.
So yeah, I think it is boring. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a 2 out of 10. Maniac. I'd say about a 5. Entertainment though, because I don't like you, I'm gonna give it a 7. Because I was actually entertained throughout some of that. Some of it. It's fine, alright?
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Go roast Dominic in the comments for his stupid opinion. I'm kidding. Okay, but for real, thank you guys so much for watching.
Okay,
go
bye.
Check out his channel, even though he hasn't posted anything in a really, really long time. You should still subscribe to him anyway.
Better.
And
There's less stuff, but it's better.
if you guys enjoy this series and want to see every single movie, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm probably going to do it anyway.
I just realized we started with episode 2.
Yes.
And earlier we made this comment about how episode 1 sucks, and it should have started with 2.
Yes.
Because you're insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye! And that's a wrap. Okay, what? I don't know. I was just holding on to it. I didn't know what to do with it.